Branson really interested now, and it's starting to show up. The NCAA selection committee before the season said they're really going to start putting emphasis on road wins, and now we're starting to see a lot of teams that are hyped and got a lot of notoriety. Duke, Oklahoma, I mean, go right down the list. You know, these teams go on the road in conference play, they're suddenly exposed.
First of all, I thought it should have been heavy emphasis on the road games as far as wins and losses for elite teams. But I was shocked that Michigan State lost to Ohio State.
I wasn't.
Why not?
One, I think people are underestimating Ohio State a little bit. They got some pieces and parts. I'm not saying they're top 25, but you know, at home, which they were Sunday, at home against a good team, and they're a good team, you know, with the crowd and the home court. Home court advantage, I think, is so much more demonstrated in basketball than in football, and I think comes into play more in basketball than football. You know, and I think you've seen it around the country just the first couple weeks. You know, 4 of the top 5 teams in the AP poll last week lost, and all of them lost on the road. So if you're a good team, you know, you should be able to show up at home, and I think that's showing. And I think that's what the NCAA committee is saying, that, you know, all these teams last year, for example, the ACC got, I think it was 17, maybe 8 teams in the NCAA tournament. Okay, and that's built on the fact that they were all great at home. They all had, oh, we beat Duke, we beat this team, we beat that team. We're the ACC, you know, beating your chest.
Right.
And then they got in the NCAA tournament, and they almost didn't get a team past the Sweet 16. Now, granted, North Carolina went on to win the national championship, but I think with 3 minutes to play in their Sweet 16 game, they were down, and the rest of the ACC was already out. So, and that's a product of home. You know, once you get out on the road, these teams are exposed, and I think that's what the NCAA committee is trying to say. We want to get a little bit better handle on getting the right teams in, and by doing that, we want to get teams that are good on the road.
So a few more losses, then maybe Duke's not a #1 seed.
Right. That's a perfect example. I'm not saying Duke's not in the tournament. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But if they go. You know, they've already lost to Boston College on the road, North Carolina State on the road. Nobody's talking about either of those teams going to the NCAA tournament right now. Although you go to Boston, you go to North Carolina, they say, oh, we got a quality win because we beat Duke. Nah, not hardly. You know, you beat them at home, go beat them on the road, then you got a quality win. But back to your point, Duke, are they a #1 seed like that? No, they still may be a 4 seed. But you're seeing their vulnerability on the road. You know, they're able to be beat, and that's what I think the NCAA committee is looking at.